Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Chapter 8, New Horizons. Oh, we have someone new. Good mythical morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And? Did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Theopractically, it is. Theopractically? Practically in theory, duh. That makes sense. I get it. You do? Sure, of course I do. Interesting and suspicious. Are you mayhaps also a person of magic? Well, I do make magical drinks. Enchanted mixology, that indeed is a niche. Say, innkeeper, did something you make ever explode? On purpose? Occasionally? Heck yeah, welcome to the club. I think I blow something up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you, too. Just innkeeper for now. Alright. Well then, innkeeper, how about a super breezy drink for me? Super wheezy breezy drink for me. Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me better understand the primordial vortex. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see, what do we've got for order? So, 3 brain, that's going to be a sparkling nebula. Let's go ahead and draw that recipe out. I love the sound of thunder. There we go. Sparkling nebula. Into the vortex. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing. I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater to... Never mind, the explanation would be too complex to grasp. So... What complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria. And who would that be? Does it matter? You tell me. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all of her theories. They are so reasonable, you know? No chaos, but there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Structure is the key to everything, young lad. We have a skeleton. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus, there'd be no entropy. I have found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you, innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you may call me Skelly. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to be still conscious. So you're undead. Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose up from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755. Expletive. That's brutally long. So, how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. My favorite saying was, as a teacher, is, if I ever passed, I hope to pass during professional development, because the transition from life to death would be so subtle, I might miss it. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness, and alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course, undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go on my own way. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood, though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on the Zoford gossip? I'm with Hex on that one. Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen fear that Zoford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day, they disappear like ghosts. Bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop. If you say so, what would you like? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. Charm and appeal. What do we have? Okay, just 3. I believe that's spoken heart, or do we have anything else? Oh, we could also do a sunny breeze. Or we could do Thousand Winds. You become charming and elusive as the elemental messages somehow. It feels exactly like resting on a tropical island, enjoying a refreshing drink and pleasant company for avoiding unwanted questions. I have a lot of rumors coming up. Here's discussions. Oh, and here's all the backlog. Oh, cool. Okay, let's see. Something full of charm and appeal. So this is kind of... This one's also... I'm debating between these two, and this one would allow me to actually make something new. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do the Thousand Winds. The airy swirls are perfect for avoiding unwanted questions. He wants charm and appeal. Doesn't say we can't do anything more. Yeah, we're gonna do a golden feather. And this, we've already got that one, so we just need one additional... No, take it back. 2 shield. And then we need... There we are. We've got our Thousand Winds. Let's see what Skelly thinks of that. A real charmer, just for you. Jolly, I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone. Oh? Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist thing, you know? I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Don't you know? Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed, it's only natural. Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did? Yes. If I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you see me, no, you didn't. Thanks. Bye. Energetic young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. You are welcome to stay as long as you would like. Hey, innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently, a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. I'm Skelly. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I just thought, usually... None taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Theopractically, they don't. Theopractically? Practically in theory. Exceptions confirm the rule. You sound like a wizard. Please don't say that. Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Skelly, how did you like her drinks? Surely in experience, I can feel it gurgling in my bones. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds or they'll give up immediately. Of course, coming right up. Yeah, Fable. Yeah, your swift strike. Which is a brain. If I could actually get into the cup, that would be awesome. And which I'm doing amazingly well with pouring because I struggled with that when I initially did the demo. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular. You're a regular. If she was by herself, I'd have no problem. Yeah, we'll go with my favorite regular. I am? Yes. And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out, I do, but I think the sooner everyone can go back to a normal life, the better. Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure. I could use some help carrying a few things over to Tregarin. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid. Sounds like a quite useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use. We just got another infusion. So do you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I can still recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? Got a new recipe? Of course, where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe. Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with Fable. But I will be back, should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next. Let's hope not. I won't. I'm just joking around. I hope I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. If Fable's luck. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You were still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Skelly. No time to lose. We transition maybe to afternoon. Can't really tell from the clock. So Kyle and Rhea. That I was able to witness such rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate. You would even get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins lots of work. Does it now? Yep. Makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again. Likewise, dear innkeeper, how has your day been? Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today. Ah, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in? Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman, don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall, greeted me with the tip of his hat. You find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looked just like the clock in Evelynn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, Innkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now. Not yet, no. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Innkeep, you got a drink for me, something that'll make me tougher, so I can get through today's babbling? Of course. Alright, what do we want? Something with a lot of shield. Ooh, we can make this one. Now, I think before we've given the Frosted Lagoon. So the Frosted Lagoon protects you from any physical and spiritual harm that cools you down even the hottest of summer days. It even offers additional UV protection. What more could you ask for? That's cool. Okay, the first snow. Like the sun reflecting off the frozen lake, the first snow makes you feel comfortable and safe, embracing you with its frosty taste. In between hot chocolate and frozen glaciers, you'll find yourself well equipped to hike into the snowy mountains. Okay, but she just needs something with 3. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. Okay, so I can get... That one's not going to do any good. That one would work. Yeah, let's do... Hold on. What about the... Yeah, no. This one's going to be the best one. So we can put this down. And then we just need an extra dexterity. And then 3... First snow. There we go. Let's see if Rhea likes that. Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons. Well, thank you. I gave it my best. And taste that. I feel sturdier already. I had me doubts about Yankeep, but I must say, you know your job. So how has the day been for you two? The usual. Splendid. It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It's brighter than I thought, the light of the sun, I mean. Rhea and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it fully in full of daily life. There were so many people. Too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of invisibility? It absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now? Huh? Why would we want to go there? That was the deal. I help you get your cape, so you can attend your fancy Baruvian vampire banquet, and I get my gold's worth. Oh, but I got the invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that? No. What about my material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer though? Ugh, fine. Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a grateful day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back and I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Ah, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelynn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she is doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. Yeah, I agree. No, I should. The air smells like reconciliation. X's are X's for a reason. Do you think that's a good idea? It ain't. It is. Kyle, you've stolen her, your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open... I think it was with open arms. I think that was missing something. You know that... You know what I'd do if my ex-husband stole my hammer? What? Take it and smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine. But the cape is mine. Is she of the same opinion, you think? Oh. Maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask. Oh, my undead Evelynn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. And I wouldn't to this day. I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind. Well, yeah, I know. Oh, how I miss her. My heart is aching. If that's all, maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her even evermore, looking towards the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a gasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. Let's see, so that's probably gonna be 3 suns. Oh, peak sunrise would have been perfect for that, but no. Okay. Let's see. Southern Brawler. What else do we have? Oh, the Sparkling Nebula's on that side. Sailor's Courage gives the driest landlubber the qualities of a good sailor, a lot of strength, a dash of defense, and a shot of charisma with an inability to know fear. Perfect all-rounder while almost no one needs common sense anyway, spinach not included. This is Southern Brawler is a perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated with the picante aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold depending on the... Let's go with Sailor's Courage. I do hope I don't run out of these infusions. Okay, so this would actually hurt my strength. This one would help those two. That one's not going to help at all. This one would help a little, but I think I would have to overcome... Yeah, because I would have to do 2 on the wings. Another one on the crown. Another 2. I mean, I could do it with the pine cones. I think my best bet is going to be the golden feather. Because that already gets those, and then we just have 1 of shield, and then we have 3 of the sword. And there's the Sailor's Courage. End of the vortex. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does. Thank you, dear innkeeper. I'd be worried there for a second. Why don't you tell the innkeeper more about your day, Right. I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital, busy streets, bustling with people. Roots. Roots? Roots. We admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myths? Myths. I've told you. Rumors has it, these are the roots of the Ather tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, yes, a very good defense plan indeed. What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone. Oh. I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh. Oh? We also met the lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined, a detective's spirit. Believe the last made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be onto something. I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antiques dealer? Oi, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Very well, then. But you won't munch on the shopkeep, will ya? Of course not. I'm well satiated from the innkeeper's creation. Alright then, let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthie in the flesh. Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. Ah, you know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good thing that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Those are such good doggies. Although you can't see below, I'm wondering if they're two dogs or if they're a two-headed dog. Do cute service beasts still get a discount here? Always. So what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more moist? Ha, not the word I'd have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my taste. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was also quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before, though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not that I had to pay much attention to not endanger myself and my sweet service beast. You've told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Oh, well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the city will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard of a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting, then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No, my manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Ah, of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see. Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey? I'll do my best. Is this a brain one? This is a brain one. Ooh, we could do the peak sunrise. Peak sunrise or... Yeah, let's do this. I like doing these because I know this is talking about hiking and probably in a wheelchair. She might not necessarily be hiking, at least in the traditional sense. But let's see if we could do... This one would be good, maybe. Because if we do that, we have 1 of that. That's good. And then we just need 2. And then we have 1. Peak sunrise. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. Ah, I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down really quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century, whilst my library came to be? Certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait, I must have put it over here, actually. Alright. Given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I did have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in around 7 days, and then I can tell you all about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your wary face again, innkeeper. Likewise, Minthie. Have a safe and pearl-full journey. Ha, I'll try. Reminds me, I have someone that's emailing me, should be emailing me a master's thesis for me to proofread. 7 days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? Yeah. Should be plenty of time. Okay, we've got a couple of different ones that we could do. Not that one. That one's no. Alright, so Zoford docs. Okay, so these need to be in a precise order. Okay, so there is slight unrest in Zoford. Rumor has it that an archmage is looking for their familiar who went missing recently. Zoford docks are a popular viewpoint for animals interested in nighttime vista. Surely only a sea witch can be responsible for this. I think maybe that one is there. There are a lot of people in Zoford. Someone is bound to know something about the missing familiars. Where are they hiding? I'm not sure if that's the precise order. Do I have any others? I don't. I only have 2 of the purple. 1 green, 1 yellow, and 1 of each of those. Okay. A scandal in Zoford. The lively port city of Zoford is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks? That is the end of the day. Feeding Andu. Poor Andu only gets fed once a day. Sweeping up and turning off the lights.